I mean, come on, you've been there. You're scrolling, looking for something new to watch. You click on a show, and maybe 5–10 minutes in, something happens on screen that is so completely, unbelievably wild that you have to physically pause and ask yourself one simple, crucial question.
Exactly. That's the feeling. That perfect mix of shock, confusion, and maybe a little bit of guilty laughter, where you just cannot comprehend how a team of people with an actual budget decided, yep, let's animate this. That's the very specific feeling we're chasing down today. Kicking us off at number 10 is Akeno-kan. This little 2-episode special is less of an anime and more of a public service announcement. It's your basic harem plot, but the fan service defies gravity, logic, and common sense to a degree that's just baffling. It pulls off the incredible feat of being both generic and genuinely scarring at the same time.
At number 9, we've got World's End Harem. And what's funny is, the sci-fi premise is actually pretty cool. A virus wipes out most of the male population, and the few who are left have to, repopulate the Earth. But here's the twist. Our hero is totally against it. This might be the only harem anime in history where the main conflict is the protagonist desperately trying to say, no thanks.
Coming in at number 8 is Yosuga no Sora. Now this one is a strange beast. It looks and sounds absolutely beautiful. The animation is top-notch, the music is gorgeous. It has all the makings of a really emotional romance. But then it takes such a sharp, sudden turn into deeply uncomfortable territory that it became infamous. It uses its high quality to make you question everything.
Number 7. Valkyrie Drive Mermaid has a concept that is, you have to admit, kind of brilliant in its absurdity. It's a Yuri action series where the power system is the Ecchi. Certain girls literally transform into powerful weapons when they're sufficiently stimulated by their partners. You can't separate the action from the fan service because one literally powers the other. Honestly, you almost have to respect the commitment.
And finishing up our opening round at number 6 is Masou Gakuen HxH. This show doesn't just approach the line of absurdity, it sprints past it at full speed. It is so unapologetically ridiculous that it feels like it's making fun of itself. There are some decent action scenes in there, but they are completely and totally buried by the sheer, unfiltered insanity of its premise.
All right, we've warmed up. Now we're moving into the next bracket, and this is where things get really interesting. These shows aren't just weird on their own. They take popular anime genres that we all know and love and twist them into something else entirely. At number 5, we have Qwaser of Stigmata. And listen, at its core, this show has a genuinely awesome battle shonen idea. Fighters who can control chemical elements. So cool, right? But the way they refuel their powers is very specific. It's not magic, it's not willpower. The canonical power source is, and I am not joking, milk. It's like watching a serious action anime that keeps getting interrupted by a very, very weird commercial.
Next up is number 4. Oh boy, Redo of a Healer. This show takes the whole revenge isekai genre and just dials it up to 11, then breaks the knob off. See, a normal fantasy hero has the power of healing, right? Our hero here, his healing involves forcing his enemies to relive all their worst traumas to break them. It makes other dark fantasy shows look like a walk in the park. It's in a league of its own. And at number 3, we have Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World. What's so shocking about this one isn't just the premise, it's how well it's made. The show has the slick, polished look of a top-tier fantasy adventure, but all that amazing animation is in service of a plot that is, without a hint of shame, just a loop of crawl through a dungeon, get rich, spend money on wish fulfillment. Here, the fan service isn't just a part of the story, it is the story.
Okay, here we are, the main event. These next 2 anime are absolute legends. They are the cream of the crop, the top of the mountain. They're infamous for their unwavering, absolute commitment to being as extreme as humanly possible. And that's why they've earned the top spots.
So in the number 2 spot, we have The Testament of Sister New Devil. Think of it like this. It's what happens when you take a show like High School DxD, but you remove all the safety features. It tries to pretend it has a serious plot about demon politics, but any shred of lore is just buried under a relentless avalanche of fan service. Its dedication to being this over-the-top is, in a weird way, almost compelling. And now, for the number 1 spot, the undisputed champion. The one show that took a premise so completely wild and executed it so perfectly and so controversially that it became an absolute legend in the anime community.
Of course, it had to be Interspecies Reviewers. The plot is literally about a group of adventurers who go around reviewing the brothels of a fantasy world, staffed by every kind of monster girl you can imagine. But here's why it's number 1. It's genuinely brilliant. It's a hilarious comedy with amazing world building and great characters, and its legacy was sealed forever when Funimation, a massive anime distributor, picked it up only to drop it mid-season because it was just too extreme. That's when you know you've really pushed the envelope.
So after that wild ride through some of the most unique anime out there, you might be asking yourself, okay, but what's the point of all this? And believe it or not, there's a pretty interesting takeaway.
And that really brings us to the final thought here. For every single show on this list, their extreme nature is the whole appeal. Looking at this list, which of these worlds are you jumping into first?